I am not Harry Sisson. I understand questions and I can retain them. Okay, now Harry, shut the fuck up. If you wanted to hear from me, if you wanted to hear from me, you shouldn't have paid.
Stop crying and answer the question. Stop crying and answer the question.
Hey, Harry,
stop crying, big man. Stop crying. Very small.
Harry, let's be mature. Let's be mature here. And Joe, you don't need to say shut the fuck up.
So as I said, is when I'm talking about people with mental disabilities outside of that context, is what I'm talking about is people who are willfully ignorant. You're absolutely right. That's exactly what I said. I view somebody like Harry Sisson, who is willfully ignorant. I believe that even though they are high IQ, because I believe Harry to have a high IQ, that I believe you can also be stupid and be a detriment to society because you choose to believe in things that cannot be proven and you're willfully ignorant of reality. Now, when you want me to define mentally disabled, Harry Sisson is mentally disabled. This is a person with a high IQ who still chooses to regurgitate things he knows are lies and chooses to believe in things he knows not to be true. I see that as a mental disability because oh my God, Dean, stop asking me questions and not letting me answer.
I agree with the whole
time. You're incapable of taking care of yourself and you are a drain on humanity. Harry is only able to take care of himself because his parents are rich.
Okay, guys, one at a time.
Like, I do not believe Harry takes care of himself.
Guys, I thought I was paid by the DNC.
Like, for example,
everyone, I need to speak. I got the clip. I thought I was paid by the DNC.
Like, a good example, Harry's home.
Guys, I got the clip.
Dean, we heard the clip.
Again,
I got a new one. Wait, no, listen to the clip.
No, Harry's parents' home is worth $1.7
This just
does not make any money of his own outside of what he's paid.
I thought I was paid by the DNC.
And that's not enough. Not enough.
Guys, if you're not going to listen, I'm going to disconnect you. I'll bring if you want to be more cordial, I could bring you back up.
Here's the thing, Anthony.
Let me get some time.
As I said before.
Shut this guy up there.
As I said before.
Shut this guy up.
Harry.
Anthony, he's been yapping the entire time. I'm asking for some time, bro.
Okay.
5 seconds here.
Joe, he does. As much as Harry and I disagree, he has a point right here. Just let him.
Go ahead, Harry. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
First of all, bring Dean back up. Kicking him is not fair. Second of all, it is so funny to watch this dude absolutely lie to all of these people's faces. Now everybody's finding out that this dude is a total fraud, a total liar. First of all, he's saying,
Harry, you lie to everybody.
No. Stop. Cut these people out right here. I'll let them talk.
Harry, you're not in charge.
Harry.
What I'm here to say is I'm so glad to see that all of these people are seeing that Older Millennial is a liar that we've always known him to be. He's up here saying that, I think people with mental disabilities are people who are just willfully ignorant. And then we have a clip of him saying, these are people who can't take care of themselves, they can't hold a job, and their IQ is not to a sustainable level. Obviously, this guy is lying, and he's panicking in this live right now because he realized that even people on his side of the aisle are seeing that, wow, he said such a shitty thing. Even the host is like, dude, I'm not even understanding the point you're making. I'm not even understanding the context that you're coming up with.
Are you not understanding me, Anthony?
His own words.
Well,
his own words.
Okay, and I'll tell you what, it's still hard for me to support you, even where you say you're coming from, when you're comparing it to how liberals compare it to abortion. It is hard. And I don't normally agree with Harry on most things. I don't. But it is hard for me. I'm telling you. That's why I started this live, because I support a lot of your content originally. But seeing that, and me being a right of center, I hate to agree with Harry on this, but I do think that you sort of painted yourself in the corner with this. And I mean,
agreed.
It's okay. But you know what, though? Even if it was something you regret saying, you could just say it now. I mean, that's
I get that. And Anthony, here's the thing.
Listen to the clip, though. Listen to the clip.
I just wasn't understanding the mentally disabled.
Yeah. So what I mean by that is you're incapable of taking care of yourself, and you're a drain on humanity. So but would it be a very small percentage of people who aren't capable of basic executions of being a human?
Basic executions of being human.
And I agree with that.
What he's referencing here is obviously mentally disabled.
No, wait, you're not going to tell me what I'm referencing.
Is the colloquial term.
You're not going to tell me what I'm referencing.
You're a liar. We all know.
I'll wait, Anthony. You let me know when I can respond.
Amazing. We all know that this guy is lying right here, right? We all know that he's referencing people with mental disabilities that are colloquial references, folks. And even said it himself. People who can't take care of themselves. People who can't execute basic functions of being a human. Are you telling me that you really think he means someone like me or someone like Chris or someone like Parker or someone like Dean? Obviously not. It is. For everybody.
You know how detrimental you are.
And all the people who.
Wait, can I respond now?
Yeah. All right, Harry. Harry, you made your point. You're saying.
Harry,
you made your point.
Harry, we got your point.
You made your point.
I'm wrapping up.
We got your point. Let me respond.
Relax.
We got your point. You're not in charge here, Harry.
Relax.
You're not in charge.
Hey, Mr. DUIs, take a break.
All right. Hey, I'm sorry. I'm going to mute people, and you're going to go one at a time if you keep interrupting.
All right. Amazing. Thank you.
Okay. So can I respond now?
Harry, Joe, just let him finish his point.
My last point, what I was saying is I'm so happy. This is, first of all, not a political issue. If you are MAGA, you disagree with me, that's perfectly fine. I don't care if you're Republican, you disagree. You may hate me. This guy, the host, is definitely not a fan of mine. That's perfectly fine. But we can all come together.
No, we've talked before. I don't know if you remember. Probably not. But.
Unfortunately, I'm sorry. I honestly don't recall, but I'm sure it was a good conversation. You seem like a good guy, genuinely. I genuinely mean that. Even the host, who's more right of center, you just said, doesn't agree with him. So this is not a political issue. This is a basic human rights issue where this guy up here, who thinks he's so big and so huge because he has a number on a screen of a bunch of followers, can say something egregious like this and then sweet talk his way out of it by changing definitions and trying to gaslight us into the clips we have of him saying that that's not true, that's not what I meant. We know what you meant. You're an awful human being, and you deserve this accountability right here. I love it.
Okay, so
What
can I respond now?
type of human being
Wait,
are
can I
you
respond?
Let him
to lie to everybody every night on your live
Wait,
stream?
can I respond now?
Yeah.
So
The one and only. Let him come back.
now that Harry has said his piece, and I interrupt him, I let him say his piece. Now, here's the thing. When he says that when I say people that can't hold a job or people that can't take care of themselves, when he says I'm not referring to people like him, this is a kid who has extremely rich parents. I know I looked up the Zillow on their house. His parents' house is one point.
Really
Harry,
weird.
stop. Harry, stop.
Really weird. Really
Harry,
weird.
stop.
Really weird. 40-year-old man,
Harry,
by the way. Really
Harry,
weird.
stop. You listed your parents' house as your business address on FEC filings. We all looked it up. We talked about it on X, bro. You listed your parents' house as your address for FEC filings. Of course, we looked up the $1.7 million home. Like everybody did that on X, bro. No, Harry, stop talking. You're not in charge here. You don't run this live. Stop
Very strange. 40-year-old man is talking to a 21-year-old. Very strange, everybody.
Harry, stop talking.
Very strange.
Harry, I'm trying to be cordial about this. I'm really trying to be cordial. But as I was saying, we all know that Harry comes from super rich parents. We all know that's where that comes from. And he's unmuted again. Jesus Christ, dude.
Wait, I've been lying about it. You don't know anything about my history. I do not come from like an overly wealthy family. This is not
You
true.
let me know when I can talk.
All right, well, will you let me know when you stop like looking up
You
my
let me know when I can talk.
Come on,
Okay.
listen,
So Joe, Joe, he has a
You can look
parents
at
that have a.
two DUIs, but you can't look up
Anthony, I just
Is this
want to
Harry's live?
Anthony,
Go ahead.
I'm
Go
gonna,
ahead.
wait, Anthony,
This
listen
feels
to this.
like Harry's live.
Perspective for everybody. I just want to put this.
This
in
feels like
perspective.
Harry's live.
I'm a
Right, Harry.
21-year-old Anthony. let me
He
just-
was talking. He was talking.
I swear. I
This
swear.
feels
I
like
promise.
Harry's
I'll
live.
stop
You're
after
not
this.
going
I
to
swear.
stop talking.
By the way, he's bringing up
He's in
my
charge.
parents. He's bringing up my
Harry is
parents'
in
house.
charge right now.
All right, Harry, just let him finish his point. You can continue.
Now,
All right, I'm
as I was trying to, oh my God. Now, as I was saying, like, just leave it muted, Harry, for the love of fucking God, dude. Recognize that this is not your live. You're not in charge. I'm speaking.
Stop crying. Stop crying. Go. Let's go.
Harry, come on.
My God. Okay, cool. Now, as I've said, if you want to talk about people who don't take care of themselves, can't hold a job, that is Harry, right? Because the only job Harry holds, and again, this backs up the point when I talk about people who can't take care of themselves and can't hold a job, that I'm talking about people like Harry, and I'm talking about people like Parker. And no offense to Parker, I barely know him, but what I do know about him, he fits the mold, where the only job they have, like, we all know Harry's background. We know he comes from we know he comes from rich parents. We know he was a thespian. He was an actor before this. He literally has awards.
Oh, I was never an actor. What the fuck?
Oh my God.
I did lights on.
You have an
this
award
musical in
as a
10th grade.
thespian.
Yeah. I did lights on the 10th
literally
grade.
have
group.
an
Yeah, listen. I'm
actor
telling you.
award.
I'm not. I was never
Oh
an
my
actor.
God.
I'm the least.
Look,
I'm the
here's
least
the thing.
talented.
Okay, regardless.
We let
Wait,
Harry
okay,
talk.
Anthony,
Do
he
I get
can't
to
lie
talk?
about my past like this.
We
bro.
let
You
Harry
can't lie about this
talk.
like
Do I
my
get
past
to
like this.
talk? Do I get
No,
to talk?
I'll fact check you first, and then you can.
Do I get to
was
talk?
never an actor.
Okay, Harry.
I'm like the least
Give
talented.
him 1 minute. Harry, give him 1 minute, and we'll give you 1 minute, and then we'll go to Parker.
Okay.
No, for fuck's sake.
Give him 1 minute. I'll time it if you want me to. Here.
So this is
I'm
literally,
sorry, timing.
so this is, again, Harry, you're not in charge. I know this is mind-blowing to you, but you're not in charge. Now, as I was saying, this is a dude who's literally won thespian awards, which is actors for the layman. He's literally won awards for it. So he's an actor, right? He wasn't successful at it, but he's an actor. He comes from rich parents, and his only job is being paid to make social media posts. We know that. Now, I won't make the claim that he's being paid by the DNC. I've never made that claim. What I've said is that the DNC pays Pallet Media, who pays him, and we know that. We know they're not giving Pallet Media $200,000 to not make posts. That'd be crazy talk. We also know that he's paid directly by Midas Touch. We know he's paid by Democracy in Action, which is a PAC, to make social media content. So when you receive thousands of dollars from Democratic PACs, you're going to make content. Like,
Okay, Joe, you got your minute. Let him go.
and in response to what he said,
No, you got your minute. Yeah,
no,
You got your
None.
minute.
interrupting me, dude.
No,
In
Anthony,
response to
Anthony.
what you said,
Come on, brother.
in response to what you said, just because
You got your minute. You got your minute.
Just
You got
because
your
So I hate to do this, but Go ahead, Harry.
Okay. So first of all, I was never an actor or
let's be
anybody
real. Start the timer
no,
for him.
stop talking. Stop talking.
Yeah, I've started one right now.
Okay, good.
I was never an actor or anybody in theater. I'm like the least talented person you probably know. What I did was lights on the Grease musical that we did in 10th grade for community service. I had to get like 100 hours of public community service to get an award while graduating from high school. So I did the lights on that. And then I did other volunteer work in the theater because that was a really easy way to get community service hours. That's how I was inducted into the thespian. You don't have to be a thespian. You don't have to be on stage to be a thespian. I don't know if people know that. Clearly, this guy doesn't know that. But that's the truth. So I was never an actor. And it's so weird that he's like, look, by the way, I'm a 21-year-old. This dude is 40 with kids and like a girlfriend, and he's looking up my parents' house. Anybody that thinks that's okay and it's not super weird, bro, go get your head checked, bro. This guy is so strange.
It's not weird. You looking up his criminal background.
Harry, I mean, you're kind of guilty of some of the same things that you're saying, though, with
I've
him.
never looked up his house. I've never looked up his
How
house.
did you find out about my DUIs, Harry?
Oh, someone sent it to me. I also have your
So you
mugshot.
didn't look up- how did you find out about Sarah Sensor's background and then talk about her history of abuse? How did you find that out?
Oh,
it was all
Right.
people sent it to you.
Harry and Joe,
You didn't do any research.
wait, everybody, Parker, welcome. Go ahead and say something.
Wait, can I quickly, before Parker restart, can I quickly say something?
You got 20 seconds. You got 15, 20 seconds.
That's all I need. It's all I need. So the Sarah thing, somebody quote tweeted that because it's public record on the Smith County, Texas website that she abandoned her kids and abused them and was convicted of it. So that's all public record. Court records are public. That's how somebody, I quote tweeted it and somebody
you claimed you didn't share it.
because it's
You
public
claimed you didn't
record.
post it.
It's public record. It's public
You
record.
claimed you
Wait,
didn't.
hey, guys, don't you think we're taking this a little too far? I mean,
Because
both
this guy's
both of you, though.
this guy is so strange, bro. He's
I'm not trying to side with either of you on how far you, but look how far both of you have taken this.
I'm with
Right,
you.
he called me an actor, bro. Like, let's get back on track here.
No, I called you a bad actor.
Yeah, well, actor all the same. You called me an actor, no nuts.
You have an award. You have a thespian award, homie.
Yeah, I did lights for Grease, buddy. I was good at it.
I'm sorry. Do you want me to go back to your
Right.
actor picks? Where
Harry, you've had your 20 seconds.
Wait,
Parker.
what actor picks are you
Can I
talking
get a minute
about?
off of him?
I'll put it on X for you.
Yeah,
Yeah, go put my actor picks. By the way, those are high school
Okay,
photos
Harry.
for the yearbook. No, I'm nuts.
I hate to do this, but Parker, welcome to the
Don't worry.
live.
I'll put it on X.
Okay. Yeah. So I just have like a few things to say real quick. One, when I'm done with my statement, I'll drop and can you just add Efren Taylor and Dean back to the live?
You're good. I got to go in like 3 minutes.
Efren Taylor was the person that was there in this clip, and then also Dean was the person that was just up. I want to play this clip real quick of older millennial admitting, or actually not admitting, and just the conversation being clearly about veganism. So you'll be able to hear it.
But let me ask
Like,
you.
you don't feel any, you wouldn't feel bad for like throwing a mentally disabled person off a cliff. Like, you could just go vegan. I don't understand why you're.
Why this is I'm like you're going to be a burden on humanity. Off the rock you go.
Yeah, that was me calling vegans a burden on humanity.
I know it's you. I know you don't know what to say.
Like,
Most people do, and it's not your fault.
legitimately. I know that eventually I would run into somebody who will bite this bullet. It's just, this is the first time someone's actually bitten this bullet to avoid veganism.
No, it's not to avoid veganism. These are my principles regardless. Like, we can live in a vegan world.
fair.
I'm perfectly fine.
So that is clearly the conversation being about veganism, not about abortion. So when
Yes,
older
vegans are
millennial,
mentally
can I just
disabled.
finish, please? I respectfully let you talk. So when older millennial goes on a video and he lies about the context, saying that it was him talking about abortion and just bringing up some hypothetical, everyone knows he's lying. This is not a political thing. This is a guy who has crazy views on the internet that it's okay to murder people who are mentally disabled.
Okay,
Don't
so
support this guy regardless of who you are.
now I'll respond to that.
Now, please add a
That was
Dean, please.
That was a discussion about veganism, and this tells you how I use the term mentally disabled. I literally called vegans mentally disabled. Like, this is my point, is that when I say mentally disabled, I'm not talking about people with autism. I'm not talking about people with Down syndrome. Like, I literally called vegans mentally disabled.
Okay,
And
so
here's the
the
thing. I had a
older-
great talk with Efren about it, where I was like, yeah, I would eat that way if it tasted the same, but I feel as the dominant species on this earth, we should eat what tastes best and what we enjoy. But I made the joke of saying that, but I made the joke of saying, but I made the joke of saying that vegans were mentally disabled. That tells you how I use that term. It's not a reference to people with Down syndrome and stuff like that.
Bro. He literally said that he defined mentally disabled people as people who can't hold jobs and can't execute basic functions.
Yes, that's you. That's you,
Vegans can
Harry.
obviously
Harry,
execute basic functions. of
Harry,
human
that's
beings.
you.
And yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, yes. Keep yapping, old man.
That's
vegans can
you.
obviously
You can't
execute
execute basic functions. You
of
can't
human
hold a
and they can hold
job.
jobs.
Harry, you've
Anybody
never
can do
had a
that.
job.
Anybody can do that.
Harry.
Anybody can do that. These
Harry,
obviously
you've never had a
he's
job.
gaslighting the shit out of everybody in
Harry,
this live
you've
right
never
now.
had
This
a
is
job.
Crazy. You define.
You've never had a job, bro.
That's not true. That's not true. That's not true.
Stay on topic.
That's completely incorrect.
Harry,
You
you've never
define
had a
mental
job.
disabilities. You define people who are. It's not true. You define people who are mentally disabled as people who can't hold jobs or
That's you.
execute basic functions
That's
of
you.
being a human being.
That's you.
Obviously, vegans, whether you
you.
disagree with me, Chris, Parker, Dean, whatever, we can all execute basic functions.
No, that's
of human
the
beings.
joke.
We are,
That's
we are,
the- that's
wait,
the
wait,
point.
wait, we
You're
are
missing
on
the
we are,
point.
wait,
Joe.
wait. You're
You know,
making-
even as somebody that supported a lot of your content, though, I think sometimes getting to that extent, either you're playing into their hand or it's sometimes the jokes can go kind of too far. You know, I'm not trying to censor you or cancel you or anything.
No,
but-
Anthony,
I have a really important point to make.
I
really
agree
want to
with
make.
you, Anthony.
Please let
That
everyone talk.
wording.
Let me make this. Let me make this. Wait. Let me make this really important point.
Hold on, Harry.
Guys, it's
Come on, Anthony, I was
4:25 in the
middle
morning.
of the
I
sentence,
have to
you guys cut
go. I have to go, but what I was
Let
going to
everyone
say,
talk.
Wait, before you leave,
I have to go. I'm just saying this.
Let
I
me
gotta
make
go.
Let everyone talk before you
I'm
leave.
just saying this. I gotta go.
Joseph Redden.
I'm just saying this. I gotta go.
Harry. Okay.
Harry,
I'm gonna let Joe talk. Okay.
Wait,
Harry,
Anthony, I swear on my life,
Harry, you
I'm
got
gonna
20
be quiet. Let me
seconds,
make
then
this
Joe
point.
can respond.
No, okay, I swear
We
on my
should
life,
really
if you
let
let me finish
Efren
this
talk
point,
to older millennials.
I swear on my life, if you let me make this point, I will not interrupt him. I swear on everything. All right. So first of all, his point that neither Dean, Parker, Chris, or I can participate in basic human functions is entirely false because we're doing it right now. We are listening. We are communicating. We're all breathing. We're all executing basic human functions, which completely contradicts your definition of that applying to me, Dean, Parker, or Chris. So we know that you got caught in a lie, and you're
Okay, so
completely
now I can
this
respond?
is embarrassed. Now I'm getting the fuck
All
out.
right.
No,
Harry.
let Efren talk.
Now I can
to
respond. As was made clear by the clip he played, that I use the term mentally disabled not to refer to people with hardcore mental disabilities because I called Harry mentally disabled. I called Parker mentally disabled. I called vegans mentally disabled. It's not a call to people with Down syndrome. It's not a call to people with autism. It's not a call to people struggling with things. It is, I believe, that people like that who have the choice to live a certain way and choose to ignore that and live another way, I use the term mentally disabled. And sure, is it the wrong term to use? Absolutely, because it is a touchy term that people apply to. But even when I was talking to a vegan and I made the joke about vegans being mentally disabled, that does not mean vegans have autism or they have Down syndrome or they have some kind of mental disability. It is the wrong term to use. I can't use the R word. I can't use any of that. It doesn't fit the DSM, but is a term I use, and I've said it for vegans and Harry and Parker. It's not my fault. It's not my fault if Harry feels like he equates to people with Down syndrome or autism because I don't put them together because I think I know people, I have family members with Down syndrome.